Oh, well, hey there, everybody. It's Jamie here, in case you didn't recognize me, and welcome to Travel Blog Jamie on this, our Monday night live. I've had a bit of a makeover since I last saw you, actually. I hope you approve. I've spent thousands on this look, actually. I wanted to go for a horny little devil look, and I hope that's coming across loud and clear tonight to you all. I think I need to just move on, don't I? Like now. So listen, we of course have the absolute pleasure of one another's company for the foreseeable. So please do grab some nibbles, your drinks. I've got mine to hand. It's not red on this occasion. um, and just get yourselves nice and cozy and comfy, ready for a good hour or so together. Drinks are priorities, as always, of course. And how the devil are you all? No pun intended, of course. I hope everyone is well, groovy, happy, etc. We obviously have a lot to talk about today, as always. Matthew and I have just spent a week cruising on Marella Voyager, sailing and exploring the Med. And oh my goodness, how cultured I've been over the last week or so. We'll come to that a little bit later. And believe it or not, it's less than 3 weeks until my next cruise, which will be on P&O Arcadia heading to Amsterdam. More on that later as well. First up, as always, please don't forget to give this video a cheeky little like. Even the trains agree. Make sure you've subscribed, of course, and turn on those notifications for my bi-weekly travel and cruise vlogs every Wednesday, every Saturday, and of course we have our fortnightly lives such as this. Goodness knows what I'll be dressed like the next time. I'm also on Threads, I'm on X, Instagram, Patreon, all at Travel Blog Jamie. And if you'd like to hop on over to Faceache, aka Facebook, you can find me at Jamie W. Don't forget the William, Jamie W. Robbins, and I will be happy to have you there as well. Right, before I take your questions, it is time for our weekly slot, and I've decided to call this I Know Him So Well. Hashtag I Know Him So Well. We've been doing this the last couple lives, haven't we, where I just ask you a random question to see if you know me as well as you tell me you do. And today's question is quite simply, what pets do Matthew and I have? And the bonus marks go to those of you who can say how many and their names. Okay, so I would like you to start dropping your answers in the chat facility. Oh, thank you. Oh, stop, you lot. Oh, here come all the Halloween devil puns. Horns, horny, etc. Handsome devil. Yes, 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 yes. Keep them coming. Anyway, the big question is, again, I know him so well. What pets do we have? How many? And what are the names? I'll come back to you shortly with those answers, of course. Okay, a little bit of update for you. I know some of you have already asked about the news. I'm going to still withhold that for a little bit longer just because I need to firm up a few extra details. But anyway, I hope you had a chance to watch my MSC series. In Yacht Club. I think I did 6 vlogs in the end. They were like wham, 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 weren't they? One after the other. I hope you enjoyed them, but I think I spent most of those vlogs just screaming on water slides, if I'm absolutely honest with you. Hopefully you had a chance to watch the latest vlog on life as a vlogger, which has been attracting lots of attention, comments, questions. Did you enjoy it? Have you seen it? I don't know. I hope you did. It's a little bit different, obviously. And my new series, all about Marella Cruises and Marella Voyager, will be starting this Wednesday. That's 2 days from now. I also like to share with you some of the comments I've had online since we last had a chat. Now, this week I've received hate for a couple things. Jim, hashtag, I don't know, Jerky Jim, very unhappy with me. He doesn't mind my blogs, he said, doesn't mind them, Jamie, but he's had enough of my innuendos. Apparently they are in overkill. And I mean, I don't even know what an innuendo is. I've never heard of that. And something about double entendres. I think he's got the wrong person. So anyway, I did a little poll on Instagram, just asking Instagrammers, do I need to rein it in for Jim? And 97% of Instagrammers said no, do not rein it in for anybody. And 3% of them said I need to change my behavior. So I then posted and suggested they unfollow me. What do you think? Should I be changing for Jim? Do I need to jog on, Jim? Someone said that's a good hashtag. Should I be toning it down, folks? I mean, I haven't done a very good job of it tonight, have I? If you want me to tone it down. Anyway, let's see if you've answered the I know him. I won't do that. I know him so well. Okay. Oh my goodness. You do know. Okay. We do have 5 rats. Oh, I love that. Someone's called them Strike. Not Strike, no. So we have 2 boys, Flash. I've forgotten the other one's name now. I wanted to call him Desert. It's not. It's River. Bless Desert. Rest in peace, Desert. And we've got 3 girls as well. We've got Baby Storm. We've got Baby Shadow. And we call her Babu, otherwise known as Sky as well. That's the family. That's our rat family. That was one of the other traumatic events of the last fortnight after my kind of at-home behind-the-scenes vlog. Some people out there were absolutely horrified that we have rats. They think it's disgusting. And I just wondered perhaps maybe moving forward, I should mention to them that I don't like their children very much, actually, and I wish they'd stop talking about their children and posting pictures of their children. My patron said not to lower myself to that level, so I'm only thinking it. I'm not doing it, of course. Right, before I get to your questions, my lovelies, I'm not going to change, don't you worry. I can't change now. Oh, I had someone come up to me on Marella, and they went, "Thank you, Jesus," to me. And I'm like, you can't say that. I'll get in so much trouble. And they're like, why? Just be yourself. So there you go. Never change who you are. Okay. And then everyone here saying don't change. One person says we need to appease Jim. I don't think I need to appease Jim. I don't think so. Thank you. I look the part. I don't know what part that is, but I'm having a go. Right. I've got 2 questions that I wanted to answer, actually, that have been asked online. One of them was from Carolyn, and she can't be with us tonight. And she said, please, can you give me a little bit of a shout out and just tell me, should I be staying in the Premier Inn or the Travelodge in Southampton? Well, honestly, I wouldn't stay in either. There are much better choices, but if you had to choose one of them, be careful. The Travelodge does not have AC, no aircon. So if you're going in the summer, it could get a little bit heated and hot under that collar. So be careful with that. Also, the Travelodge isn't as near to a couple of the cruise terminals. I think they're both kind of on a par. I would probably go with whichever was the cheapest, unless it's summer and hot, in which case the Travelodge is a no. I don't want fans blowing in my face when I'm trying to sleep. I really don't. And secondly, Stephen from Instagram, a very sensible name, actually, says he used to find Marella good value, but not anymore. What are my thoughts? Well, my thoughts on Marella, briefly, is that they certainly are getting pricier. Cost of fuel and flying, etc., all going up. I feel that they are pricing themselves out of the market increasingly so, and they need to be a little bit careful of that, especially as the quality, oh, I'm so sorry, on our most recent cruise on Voyager was varied, to say the least. Okay. On that note, though, I'd like to hand over to you gorgeous lot. Do I have a... Yeah, I do. You gorgeous lot. I've got a hashtag for everything these days, haven't I? Look, I've even still got a poor Shirley. Do you remember Shirley? Jog on, Shirley. And I'm hoping I don't have to use this one tonight. And before you ask, no, he's not coming out to speak and play. No, no, no. He's with the rats at the moment. So your questions, I'm going to start from now. If you asked me anything earlier, it's too bad. You'll have to copy and paste that for me, my loves. I am keeping up on this particular occasion. Last time I got told off, didn't I? Because I missed that whole section. So I'm starting from now. Let's go. I hear the ibis is great, says Lars Negroni. Are you taking the mick out of me now and my stay at the budget? Yeah, we all know how that went. CD Lights all the way, says Donna. Well, Premier Inn that we stayed in at London Gatwick certainly was on the seedy side. It was like going to some dodgy nightclub in my youth, and I bloody loved it. I've got to be honest with you. Sam and I released our first podcast on YouTube today. Thank you so much for inspiring us with all your great content. Oh, I think you should pop a link to that, you know. Pop a link there for us. That would be great to have a look at. Have I stayed in juries in Southampton? Seems cheap. Actually, Alison, that's one of the few I haven't yet stayed in. And the main reason being is just a little bit too far back for my liking and would necessitate taxis in the morning. And I like walking to the terminal if I can, actually. I know, right? I don't really do much in the way of fitness. Ibis are good. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yes, Marella getting prices, says Sale with Gail at Mike. Percy is surely related to Jim, probably. Michael Morris, you can never please everyone. If 97% of your Instagram followers are happy, I'd say you are already doing better than most. Oh, I'll take that. 97% is not bad, actually, is it? 97% of people saying be rude. I love it. It's a cruise life. We stayed in Harbour Hotel in Southampton. Expensive, but a great way to start your cruise. I love the Harbour Hotel. I have not hidden that fact for years, actually. You can get some good deals there as well, by the way, if you got the right night. Sandra, heard the Devon accent then, Jamie, from one plum over into another. Oh my goodness, you're going to hear all sorts of accents from me, not just the Devonian in me, my lover. I lived up north for some time. I lived in Paris. I lived in Spain. I lived in London 15 years. So my accent's pretty much all over the place. Apparently, when I'm angry, I'm cross, you will hear my Plymothian accent come out, which I think is quite funny. Make me cross somebody. Make me cross. Let's see if it's true. Love the check-in machine comment at the Premier Inn. Oh, Ray, remind me what that was, please. Hi, Pauline. Oh, my goodness. The first retracted message. Rose, Bruce, you naughty, naughty person. You must not retract messages here. We are all friends. We do not do that. We have someone staying at the Holiday Inn after watching. Oh, yeah, Paul and Carol there as well, of course. Love a bit of Holiday Inn. I love all the big windows in the rooms as well. Just booked a short trip at the end of the month on Aurora to Amsterdam. Woo! Can you recommend if I should book with them or book with who? Book with who? I love Aurora, by the way. I think lovely, old, elegant, traditional ship. Fabulous. Thank you for loving the Halloween gear. I'm trying to do my bit. Chrissy says Premier and West Key is nice. I would disagree with Chrissy. I love Chrissy, but on that front, I think it needs a bit of a refurb. Sorry. Link doesn't post. That's really annoying. Sorry about that. Question. Here comes a question from Rose Bruce. How is the iced coffee on the Voyager? It's good, actually. Only one time they added syrup / sugar or whatever the flavoring was. Didn't ask for it. In fact, specifically said no syrup, no flavor, and it came with something vanilla-y that nearly sent me over the edge, my darlings. That was only the once, though. The rest of the time, it was good. Probably in my vlog, actually, quite a lot. Book with an alternative, which is cheaper, and I won't have to worry as it's an overnight stay in Amsterdam. Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, an overnight in Amsterdam. We're talking about being on a ship, though, aren't we? Are you talking about actually staying in Amsterdam in a hotel? I don't know. That's the kind of thing I would do. Danielle Gray, what was your favorite eatery on Voyager? Definitely Cora La. Although, my goodness me, when I said hot, spicy, spicy, they asked, you know, what strength do you want your curries? I think it was medium spice at best. So when he asked me, oh, is that hot? I'm like, no. He was like, oh, let me bring you some more chili. So he brought a bowl of chili. They weren't even very hot either. Had the whole lot. He was like, oh, how could you possibly eat so much chili? I don't know. Coraline was delicious, though. We also were big fans of Abuelas, which is the new Mexican dining concept exclusive to Marella Voyager. We had a great meal there, included in your cruise fare as well. They made tableside guac. I was told in America, you can't say guacamole, you have to say guac. So they made tableside guac, and it was awesome. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Hope that answers your questions. Oh, and by the way, I think I'm in the minority. I think Paul and Carol might agree with me on this one. The kitchens, which is the new sort of buffet concept, there's 8 kitchens essentially, all serving different foods from around the world. It gets a lot of hate online. My goodness gracious me. I loved it. I really did. We had some of the nicest curry there. The dal was just superb. The all-day roasts, etc. I thought it was great, great, great. Really enjoyed that. Sail with Gail and Mike. Elizabeth House Hotel, very good, with parking included. You can park there without staying there too. Thank you very much for the recommendation. It's a Cruise Life. Have you met other cruise channel folk vloggers? Oh God, yeah, loads of times. Where have you been? It's a Cruise Life. If you've not watched previous vlogs, there's lots of vloggers that have appeared on them. Go have a look, go search. Alan, good evening. Jamie and Matthew. Oh, well, good evening to you, young Alan. You're looking mighty fine there. Travel with us, Lynn and Paul are in the house. How does Voyager compare with Discovery? It's smellier. They have sewage issues. I've got to be honest with you. When we went to our cabin on embarkation, all excited, you know, because I love an inside cabin, don't I? God help me. We walked through an area of, at best I can say, it was like vomit mixed with a bit of poo. That's what it smelled like. And we were like, oh my God, we hope that smell does not continue down this hall corridor to our cabin. It didn't, but I felt really bad for all those people whose cabins were in that area. They seemed to be there all week as well, weren't moved. The other difference is the pool temperature. My God, frozen. I couldn't use the pool. It was too cold. I know I'm a bit of a wimp with those sorts of things, but it was absolutely freezing. And I love swimming on holiday, so not being able to do that on the ship was disappointing for me. In fact, there were a lot of people watching them dipping their toes in, getting as far as their knees, and then like, no, I can't do it. Too cold, which is a real waste of a great space, actually. I do, however, like the addition of the kitchens. I loved Abuelas, as I said. Oh, the new elegant dining concept, the silver spoon, as I call it. Were you born with a silver spoon in your mouth? Matthew was like, it's not called that, it's the silver fork. One of the most expensive speciality dining venues we've experienced on any ship, actually. And I've got to be honest with you, it was very disappointing. There's far too much information to talk through about that, but the dishes were very inconsistent. Some of them were almost inedible. The restaurant manager actually sought us out that night. I don't know how she did it. She found our names on a list somewhere and she sought us out. She wanted to check that everything was all right. And I was like, it's mixed. And I explained why. And she looked horrified and just didn't know what to do and didn't know what to say. She didn't know. Neither did the staff when they were saying, how's your meal? Is it great? I'm like, oh, not really, because of these reasons. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to change anything. You know, we just went with the flow. It's all in the vlog. It'll be out soon. So for us, Voyager just lacked a little bit of the finesse of the other ships, if I'm honest with you. Sorry about that. Now, I feel like I need to scroll. I'm going to miss all of your questions now, aren't I? My goodness me. Right, let's keep going. People have booked the holiday in. Good choice. Percy says, Percy with a big P, remind them to click the like button. Not many yet. I haven't looked at that, Percy with a big P. Oh my goodness, folks. What is going on? We know the rule here. We have to get at least 200 likes in the first half hour. You need to click on the thumbs up. Someone did post on my Facebook page earlier saying, Jamie, I don't know if you realize, but some people don't know where the like button is. And I'd never, ever considered that. It's the thumbs up, folks. So Get thumb. Oh, look at that. Look, there was a little jump then. Thank you, my darlings. That's very nice of you. It just helps my self-esteem, you know, so I don't leave this den at the end of our session thinking I'm a failure. You know, 200 likes and then I can go to bed happy. Thank you, Percy with a big P. When are you going back to Disney? I have no idea, actually, Alison and Lawrence. As you know, we were there for nearly a month, just a couple of months ago. So we are Disneyed out for now. Although I understand Disney Cruise Line will be back sailing from Southampton in the summer. So maybe that's something to have a look at. Don't tell Matthew, he's Disneyed out. He's really Disneyed out. We're going on Voyager soon, so interested to hear what you think of it. Oops, sorry, Diane. When I asked Matthew at the end of the week, would you come on Voyager again? He said no. And I said I would if they addressed some of the issues on board and the price were right. But I don't know. Maybe it's just us. You know us. We're grumpy old men now, aren't we? On that note, I haven't said cheers to you all. The vodka is flowing on a school night. I've got to do speaking exams for the whole week. Got to be locked up in a padded cell, my darlings, doing year 11 speaking exams until I get to the end of Friday. And blimey, I'm going to need to drink then. Let's start the week off as we mean to go on, eh? Oh, that's bloody handsome. Right, RJ. Sorry, Jamie, could only have a certain amount to write on each message. Oh, no problem. I'm sorry about that, RJ. Victoria, how is Maffel doing? Oh, he's all right. He's back at work today, and I'm sure he enjoyed himself thoroughly at work. I made him dinner, a little bit of curry with jacket potato, some bhaji, some samosa. He seemed to like that, but I don't think I gave him enough because he then made himself cheese on toast with Marmite. Feed the Matthew. Maybe that's, do you know what? Is that because we've just been on a cruise and eating to our heart's content and now the portions, you know, they've gone down, the size has gone down. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Hey, it's Matt on my partner's phone. I did not realize I needed the mobile to post messages. Oh, Matt, hi. Oh, of course, you messaged earlier on FaceAche. You've got it. You're there. You're posting. Hallelujah. And thank you. Anybody, actually. Sheila, question. Did Maffel remember your wedding anniversary card this year? He always remembers the wedding anniversary card because I remind him frequently. He did leave it a little bit late, however, and I could tell that the card had come from Sainsbury's, which he thought was hilarious. But the card was there. It had been packed. It was opened on the morning. It was very nice. Thank you. Click away, my lovelies, says large Negroni. Yes, and have some large Negronis. We're not at 200 yet, by the way. Let's see if we can get there. Gail and Mike are saying hello to everybody. Bless them. Very polite. The cruise is one full day in Amsterdam, says RJ, and sail next day. Sorry, Chucky. This minimum allowance on chatting. Yeah, it's confusing for me as well. David Webb, question. Tell me, how far in advance have or would you book the cruise? Sometimes as soon as they're released, as a teacher, a very, very increasingly part-time teacher. I know my holidays in advance, like 2 years in advance. So if the price is right, if we're dead set on something, we'll book pretty much as soon as they're released. But it always depends. Gail and Mike love the kitchens. Paul and Carol said that they get a lot of flack, but they loved it too. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is actually. I thought the food quality was good. Why do you call Southampton smelly? Because Jenny, it smells by the rubbish pit. I remember when I started cruising, very excited, Matthew being someone who'd cruised for years, and we were doing this sort of reverse down the Solent before turning and facing the right direction. And we sailed past the rubbish pit. It's massive. And I'm like, oh my God, is this what cruising's all about? Sailing by rubbish pits. And it was whiffy. So henceforth, smelly old Southampton. Please don't be offended, anybody, by me saying that. I mean, as I always say, we are hoping to move to Southampton in the next year or so. So it really isn't to be taken seriously. And if you get offended by something like that, I don't think I'm the right person for you, to be honest with you. I mean, look at me. Look at the state of me. And I'm drinking vodka. Hope that explains. How easy are fly cruises, says Joe. I'm a nervous traveler and the thought of them makes me nervous. Too many things to go wrong. I think things can go wrong when you travel anywhere. I mean, like just driving somewhere, driving without being morbid, isn't it like one of the most dangerous modes of transport there is? And yet people seem accustomed to that and don't worry about that, and don't seem to worry about traffic jams and long queues and missing ships. There have been instances of ships that haven't sailed because of the weather, or cruises cancel when people are actually on the ship. So for me, the fly cruise element is not necessarily an issue. The first vlog that I'm releasing in the Marella series actually talks you through the entire flying cruise process from start to finish. And as you'll see, our journey over there was so smooth. Literally on every single level. We had 0 lines at the airport. The flight was a little bit delayed. We were on board. It was just waiting. It's London Gatwick, for goodness sake. London Gatwick is notorious, isn't it, for long waits on the tarmac and taxi and etc. But actually, we made up time. It was only an hour and 42 minutes. Very precise of me, I know. Flight to Palma de Mallorca. The transfers were waiting for us. It was only 20 minutes to the port. Mafu and I hopped off the bus as soon as we could, and we were at the front of the line to check in at the cruise terminal, through security on the ship, and Bob's your uncle, Petunia, your auntie. Our return journey was not so smooth in that we had delays at Palma de Mallorca for all sorts of reasons I will explain to you on the vlog. So I don't feel it adds to nerves or anything like that. It's just a part of the process. And I think actually it would take 3 days to sail to somewhere like Palma de Mallorca to actually start our cruise. So cutting out all of the sea days for us and getting straight down to a busy itinerary sometimes is a good thing to do. Sometimes. There you go. Story time with Uncle Jamie for you, my darlings. People are saying hi, Paul and Carol. Lars and Grony, poo-poo emoji. Kevin with a bit of sick. Paul and Carol, sewage. Thankfully, that was not an issue when we were on board. Okay, so either things are getting worse on Voyager, or it was just a one-off. I hope it was a one-off. We were sat in the aperitif bar, which I think is a lovely bar. Oh my goodness, the waft of poo there was awful, and also in flutes as well. Oh, 2 of the really nice bars just were. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Loving the guy liner. Is that what it's called? Do you know why Captain doesn't make an appearance on Gala Celebration Night? I probably, because if it were me, I'd be sick and tired of having to meet passengers and all the moaning, to be honest with you. I'd be up on the bridge having a bottle of wine, bit of Savy Blanc, getting my team to do everything. I don't know. I think after lockdowns, etc., they stopped doing it because obviously they did not want to become ill by meeting and having so much contact with passengers. Why it's continued, I'm not entirely sure. Sorry. Ray Burrs, you're not really selling Marellas to me with the vomit. I know, I'm sorry. We've sailed with Marella 5 times, and the first 4 times, really good, actually. Just this one was more mixed. Maybe it's because it's when I say newer ship, it's obviously 26 years old, but new to Marella as a fleet. So they're still working on some things, I would suggest. Okay, Sharon. Hi, Jamie. Just got back from my cruise on Marella Explorer to the Adriatic. I like a bit of Explorer. Love the sailing to Kotor, Montenegro. Of course, it's fantastic. And Dubrovnik. Next cruise, Iona to the fjords. Inside cabin. It sounds like you're following in my footsteps, my darling. You know how much I love the inside cabins on Iona, don't you? However, it was an awesome cruise, and the fjords was fabulous. Joe, we had a really strong chemical smell on the Virtuosa. No idea what it was. I don't know what that strong chemical smell was, Joe. Are you sure you didn't have something in your handbag, my darling, that you brought over with you? You know what I'm talking about. Simon White, we are excited to be considering booking our first cruise. Hurrah! Cruise Virgin alert. I think it will be a 1 week P&O Norwegian Fjords cruise on Iona. Do you think this is a good introduction to cruising? Yes. If you haven't seen my vlogs on Fjords on Iona, please watch them. I had a ball making them. It was one of my docu vlogs, so it's a bit long, but you could always speed it up, couldn't you, if you got a bit bored? But actually, I watched that video back recently, the first part, and my goodness, I was in awe at what I was looking at on the screen and thinking, blimey, we were there doing all of that. It was just stunning. So yeah, it's a 1 week cruise. You haven't got too many sea days. I think it's a great thing to do. Large Negroni, was it the problem with the dry, stale balls? So, if you haven't seen my latest vlog about our night at the premiere in London Gatwick, well, you've missed out on a treat, my darlings. It's all about large, stale, salty balls and quite a mixed meal we had at the on-site restaurant. Even our server, she stood there, looked down at my balls, my dough balls, and she said, they're stale, they're dry. I'm like, yes, they're very, very dry. She said she'd speak to the chef about it. I'm not having much luck with food at the moment. Question, can you explain the included drinks with Marella compared to P&O? Oh gosh, not really. That's a massive question. I'll start off the answer. I have got a vlog on drinks packages. Can I ask, while I'm just giving the answer, make sure you've clicked on the little thumbs up, please. We're not at 200 yet. Very disappointing. The teacher talk will come out soon. Don't let that happen. The difference being on Marella, the drinks package is included in your cruise fare, and you can tell because the cruise fares are generally high compared with P&O, but then you've got to buy it independently on P&O. The other difference, though, P&O drinks prices, if you pay as you go, are very reasonable. We haven't actually needed a drinks package on P&O before, to be honest with you. With Marella, drinks included, I should point out it's many drinks are included, not all drinks. If you want all drinks or most drinks, you have to then get the deluxe drinks package, which is another £80 per person per week. I felt the drinks package on Marella on this occasion was a bit of a letdown. There was inconsistency of the quality of drinks, the ingredients being used. We just could not get our hands on a decent Savvy Blanc or white wine for love nor money. And I mean, every time Matthew ordered a white wine, it came like room temperature, lukewarm, very unpleasant wines, some of them. So it may be included in your fare, but we personally didn't think much of the quality of some of the drinks. As you'll see in the vlog, some of them were excellent, but not all. Anyway, if you search travel blog Jamie P&O drinks package, I do a lot of yada 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 for you on that one. Okay. No, large Negroni, he got over the stale balls. I don't know if I've ever gotten over the stale balls, actually. Emma, your behind-the-scenes video made me feel exhausted. Yes, well, welcome to my world. Much respect to all for all you do to keep us entertained. You are very welcome. It's a good job I'm not making the behind-the-scenes vlog this week because it's going to be crazy at school. Large Negroni and Alison are having a little chat about PTSD, etc. Rachel, oh, hi, Rachel. I hope your husband stopped perving at me. QM2 in 17 days time. Oh, any tips? Watch my vlog on QM2, Queen Mary 2. My tip for Queen Mary 2, gosh, do you know what? It's one of those ships and experiences and voyages where I didn't actually want to know too much about it in advance. I knew it was going to be unique, and I just went with the flow. You'll have time to do everything. It looks like I think you'll do. Are you doing a transatlantic? I just think with QM2, you've got to just soak it all up. The atmosphere. I didn't even mind dressing up. It felt like a sense of occasion on Queen Mary 2. So whilst I don't like dressing up very much on that one, it all felt quite natural. Haven't done the specialty restaurants on board. So if I were going again for longer than I did the first time, I would definitely be going to those. I just think, just enjoy you know, don't rush things on Queen Mary 2. Soak it all up. Thank you, Kathy, for liking. We're not at 200 yet, but we'll get there. Tony, we drive down from Scotland and stay at the Holiday Inn Express. Usually get a cracking deal for included parking. The rooms and lifts are a little tired, though. Whereas the rooms at the Holiday Inn on the Solent actually had a refit a couple of years back, and they're looking good. You wearing that outfit to school tomorrow? Asked Kevin. I did say to my year 11s, it's Halloween for some of you when we're doing a speaking exam. Poor buggers. Would you like me to wear an outfit? And they looked at me kind of like this. So I'm assuming they didn't want me to, but maybe I could take me horny little horns. I don't know. Too much for school life? What do we think? Pauline, going on Iona February 2024. Oh, is that the one that I'm going on? The half-term one, the Northern Europe one? Is it that one, Pauline? The weather when we went, we had mild weather actually last year. Again, have a look at the vlog. I remember being on a water taxi in Rotterdam and we were zipping around. We were like James Bond, we were. I even had the pants on. That was it. That's all I wore. You know, when he comes out of the sea, that was me in Rotterdam on a water taxi, exactly like that. The weather was unseasonably mild. We had sunshine, but I don't think you can count on that, can you? February, yeah, it could be, goodness knows. I'm sure it'll be lovely. It will be. I'm going again. Kevin Morgan, false collar will be the least of your problems. You're damn right. You know I love my false collars. No one's noticed it at work either, by the way. If anyone's watching from work, I need to zip it now, don't I? Paul Sadler, random thought. As they are often with me. Oh, as they are often with me. Lol. Ruffle, you keep saying you would love to meet us on your future cruises. Well, most of you, Paul, not everyone. I wouldn't like to meet Jim, for example, or Shirley. Could you list them so we can stalk properly? Lol. Yes, is the answer. I'll happily do that if you'd like. RJ, excursions, book with P&O or alternative company for Amsterdam. Oh my God, I would never do an excursion in Amsterdam with any company. No company. I mean, Amsterdam is doable on foot. When we went there last time, we took a lovely little boat trip. Most people are getting on those really big canal boats, you know, seating like 100 people. We found one. It was like a little rowing boat. We didn't have to do the rowing. It was so much more intimate. And I just think, do your own research as to what there is available in Amsterdam. Don't go on excursions in Amsterdam unless you want to actually get out of Amsterdam and go and see some windmills and eat some Edam cheese, maybe. Then do an excursion. Just don't do any in Amsterdam. If you've got mobility restrictions, obviously it would be more sensible to do something than independent. Martin, I was on Voyager last week and like the ship, coffee machine and kitchens was a big improvement on those urns on Explorer. I feel the opposite. The coffee machines were often out of service and took forever. I like just pouring a filter coffee, if I'm honest with you, but each to their own. Don't you hate it when people do that? When people say each to their own, what they're saying is, I'm right, you're wrong, isn't it? Happy journey to London, everybody. Darcy, I really like your outfit and Marmite with cheese on toast. I was a vampire bride for Halloween. I bet you made a bloody lovely vampire bride as well. I don't think I've missed anyone's comments yet or questions. Nancy, hello, done a cheeky little like. Oh, God bless you, Nancy, and all who vessel in you, my darling. Thank you. We're up to 169. We'll get to that 200 mark, and I'll leave here with my self-esteem flying, ready for Halloween, and I'll be in a better mood for my kids tomorrow. I might give them an extra mark or two in their exams. I won't actually. I'm known for being a very harsh marker at school. Sometimes I just take marks off on purpose, to be honest with you. Lynn, my daughter has just gone on Anthem of the Seas today. Oh, Bahamas. Oh my God, I love the Bahamas. Anywhere in the Bahamas is a good Bahama. I hope she enjoys. I enjoyed Anthem. Pauline, hi, Jamie. What was the weather like in Hamburg in February? That was probably the poorest day for us. It was about 11 degrees, again, unseasonably warm, a bit cloudy, a bit blustery. I don't think Fish Fanny was open either. The Friterie. It is an actual, I'm not being rude, by the way, before someone starts reporting me to YouTube. Paul and Carol were there at the time. We sought out Fish Fanny, beautiful chips, lovely fries, but even that was closed. So again, you know, that kind of anywhere in February, anywhere in Northern Europe could be freezing cold, snowing, blowing a hoolie, or unseasonably mild like we had. Who's Donna says, who's on the pick with you next to the pumpkin? Oh, this one here. Bear with me. Oh, sorry, Mr. Pumpkin. Oh God, that's the end of him. Oh, you'll be all right. It's not a who. Is this one you're talking about? It's a Mickey waffle. Don't ask. Don't go there. I love Mickey waffles. I absolutely love them. If it's not the right picture, I apologize. Richie is sailing on Voyager in 3 weeks. Sad to hear you don't rate it. Look, I'm not saying I don't rate it. I'm saying it wasn't as good as the other ships, and I'm saying I didn't rate it, aren't I? I'm really sorry. The thing is, other people on that cruise last week were absolutely loving everything. As I heard someone say, can't fault a thing, can't fault a thing. Perfect. You know, we weren't looking for issues. Just the way it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. And it'll be in the Caribbean, won't it, Richie? So you're going to have an amazing time. Pete, hi, Jamie. Love your blogs. Very funny. Keep it up. Oops, sorry for the innuendo. You naughty little minx. Pete Rawlins. I know what you're up to. Michael Brownfield, that's a sturdy name, isn't it? Very sturdy. Was on Voyager at the beginning of the month, couldn't fault it. Oh, didn't I just say people said couldn't fault it? It's a lovely ship and the staff were lovely. Would go on Voyager again and again. Totally worth it and recommend it. There you go. There you go. That's what I said. Any plans to cruise Bangkok and Singapore? Asked Deborah. I have actually been to Bangkok before. Loved it. Not yet. I just haven't found the right itinerary, ship, and the right time of year to be able to do that, but it's definitely on the list. Travel with us, Lynn and Paul. Flying cruises are a bit of an issue if Corfu Airport is involved. Lynn, do you remember when I told you not to tell Paul anything about Corfu Airport? Just don't tell him there was anything wrong with it. Just go. Yeah, long lines there. I remember rightly. Sorry. I haven't been to Corfu Airport for a while. Sail with Gail and Mike. We did Voyager in July. First Marella cruise, really enjoyed it. We would go again as long as Marella sort their pricing out. Fair point. Martin says Corfu Airport does have a Starbucks. Well, thank you, Jesus, for that. It's a cruise line. We have a couple of fly cruises booked, much better for us. Yeah, I don't mind a fly cruise. I agree. It means for me and sometimes Matthew being able to get to places we wouldn't ordinarily go to. Like when we did the California cruise and down to Mexico, Caribbean, seeing so many islands in one go. It works, you know. RJ booked a 2-week holiday on Marella Discovery 2. Is that bad? I like the Discovery ships very much. Okay. Please say no. Spent so much for an all-in. I've just said Matthew included, enjoyed the Discovery ships and Explorer, actually. We've enjoyed all of our Marella cruises. This one was mixed. There you go. I haven't said I didn't like it at all. It's mixed. Lynn and Paul talking about security at Corfu Airport. Joe, my first cruise was Iona to the Fjords, and I loved it. And I love the fact that you loved it, Joe. I do. Oh, my goodness. 25 more likes, please. And then my self-esteem will be at an all-time high. Sharon said we had the captain out celebration night on Britannia. There you go. Captains are coming out as well at times. Maybe the captain on that other cruise we were talking about was unwell and didn't want to spread their germs. Elaine had a fun week on Iona last week, including the fire in the atrium on day one. Oh, I heard about that. And the ship being involved in search and rescue mid-cruise. I also heard about that. And it's absolutely, of course, the right thing to do. And I think legally having to do it. Blah, 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 blah. I agree about the drinks package on Marella. No consistency at all. There you go. Does need a bit of work, in my opinion, and Matthew thinks the same. Sail with Gail and Mike. We're doing a fly cruise to the Caribbean in a couple of weeks with Pete and O. Luckily flying with TUI. No Malith Arrow for you. Wondering how Malith Arrow will compare in the future. Aren't we all? I'll let you know after we've flown with them. And fingers crossed we keep our exit row seats that we booked by some sort of miracle as well. Sarah Jones, most of our cruises go to Spain and at age 55. Any quick tips on best way to start to learn the language? Well, I actually have a Spanish channel that I produced during lockdown for all my students. It's called The Spanish Channel, and I actually teach the whole curriculum, the Key Stage 3 curriculum in the Spanish curriculum. It's got worksheets and then mark things. You could have a look at that. The best way, though, I've got to be honest with you, is to actually physically go to a class. There's all sorts of stuff online. There are all these apps, Duolingo, etc. I know people who use Duolingo and they've had like a streak of 15,000 years. And I think that's fantastic. But you know what? They can't speak the language when they get to the country. You need to have contact with someone who speaks the language and is there talking to you, teaching you. You cannot replace that with anything. You can supplement it with work online. Okay, and things like Duolingo, but it's that face-to-face, in my opinion, that's super important. So tutoring. If anyone would like tutoring, you know, send me a message. If the price is right, I'm there for you. Good luck with learning. Buena suerte. Kathy, happy Halloween, Jamie and Matthew. Thank you, my darling. I don't drink alcoholic drinks very often, and I couldn't see where money would go on Marella compared to cruise. Right. Well, that's the other thing about Marella. If you don't drink alcohol, it's a lot of extra ka-ching, and you're not getting very much for it. I take your point completely. David Webb, question. Am I right in thinking you haven't sailed with NCL? I've booked 2 cruises with them and I cancelled both of them literally yesterday. I'll go into that in more detail another time. But essentially, they changed the itinerary on both cruises. And because we were sailing halfway around the world to do these cruises with NCL, it just didn't suit us anymore to spend a lot of money on the flights and to get something inferior to what we had booked. I know cruise lines can do that. I'm not saying they can't. I know it's in the terms and conditions, yada, yada, yada. I know I'll lose my deposit. I've lost £400 because of it. Am I happy about that? No. Am I going to get over it? Yes. Will I book NCL in a hurry now? Probably not, if I'm honest with you. I will one day. Norwegian Prima was docked with us in Livorno last week. And yeah, it looks like my kind of fun ship as well. So we'll do it one day. Sarah, will you ever do a Canada cruise from Southampton? I don't think that will happen, Sarah, for a long while. Maffel just doesn't have that number of days available from work. I'd have to go on my own at this stage, and that will be a very long cruise and a long time not being home with Maffel and the babies. So I don't think that would work. We'd both love to do that, though. We would. Maybe a fly cruise over that way would work for us. And Sarah is doing one on P&O on Azura in 2025 for her 50th. Happy 50th for them. Oh, you can go on Saga with me then. Not long now for me either, Sarah. And I'll be booking straight onto Saga, honestly. What are my plans for Halloween? Tomorrow, well, I'm doing speaking exams. Matthew and I talked about perhaps going out for dinner. I do love Halloween. Normally we go to haunts. We go to Tully's Farm. And this year we just haven't had a chance with our fly cruise and so on. Steve, question. Is food still available after 11 p.m. at the Premier in Gatwick? Yes, I believe they have food available, I think, all night. You can order it via the telephone in your room, and then you go and collect it in the reception or the restaurant area, I think. Don't hold me to that. And also, the Costa there is open 24/7, which is incredible, really, isn't it? And they do sandwiches and panini and toasties and all sorts of other goodies. Just 12 more likes needed now, my darlings, and my life will be complete. Okay, let's keep cracking on with these. I think, am I way behind the questions? Probably. I'm going as fast as I can. Pauline, going 10 to 10, 17 Feb. Oh, 10th to the 17th of Feb. I'm sorry. I think I'm on that one, Pauline. Are you going to come and say hello and be in my vlog? Go on, you know you want to. Raquel says, happy Halloween, everybody. Yana James, get a free walking tour in Amsterdam and those damn boat guys. Great for small boat tours. There you go. Some recommendations. Thank you, Chucky. You're welcome. Emma, do you overhear interesting conversations when you're in Spain? When locals don't know you can understand them? Yes, including on Voyager in a shop. The staff didn't know. The worst experience, though, was in Tenerife, actually. And I was with some of my family. They don't speak any Spanish. And we were all talking in English, of course, because if I'd spoken to them in Spanish, they wouldn't have had a Scooby-Doo what I was saying, would they? The waiter was stood there talking to his mate, and he was saying in Spanish, come on, hurry up, eat. We just want your money. We want your money in Spanish. So I waited, and he came over, and I just started talking to him in Spanish, saying, oh, it sounds like you're having a really interesting conversation just now with your friend. And he went, needless to say, he didn't get a tip from us. Naughty man. Very naughty man. Okay. Donna is very nosy. That's all right. This is the place to be nosy. I'm good with it. I'm really good with it. Everyone can be as nosy as they want. 5 more likes, my darlings. Gail and Mike are making recommendations in Amsterdam as well. Leo, like Loke. What's like Loke? What does that mean, Leo? Like Loke. Paul and Carol, lol, those fishy chips in Hamburg were delicious. Yes, they were. Oh my God, I must be way behind with the questions. Can we buy Maffle merch? We would love some. Jamie or Maffle stuff. Love you both. Yes, eventually. Please bear with me. It's busy times. Pauline, Fish Fanny, that's so funny. We'll have to pay a visit. It's down on the river. Okay. It's actually really nice. David Webb, honesty is the best policy. Absolutely. Karen, hi Jamie, loving the Monday night chat. You cheeky chappy. Oh, I think you've got the wrong person there, Karen. Oh, not me. Who dear? Me dear? No dear. Lynn, Christmas markets with Fred Olsen. Yay, go Fred in December. I hope you enjoy. You've got a balcony suite. Oh, they're lovely, lovely. I hope you enjoy. Let me know how you get on. Can't fault this. Winnie. Oh, respect to you, Winnie. Can't fault this live. Most entertaining. Good. Thank you. Well, that's all down to all these fabulous comments and sarcasm. Speaking of which, where's Kevin Morgan? There's no sarcastic comments in at least half an hour. Catherine, can't wait to board Cunard Queen Victoria very soon with our friends. I love Cunard. I love Queen Vic. Your vlog was excellent. It's given us a brilliant... Oh, that's the vlog I cried on, isn't it? Oh, I've only ever cried twice on vlogs. That was one of them. The other one was the Disney ship. Oh, you've got the steakhouse veranda. It always looks fabulous. Please let me know how you get on. KM Cooper, don't forget to mention your Patreon from Texas and how wonderful we think you are in the Lone Star State. Oh, KM Cooper, I love you. Look out, I might come pay a visit at some point. Okay, so don't forget I'm on Patreon, patreon.com/travel blog Jamie. That's me slicing with an axe. I should have got the axe for that, shouldn't I? / with the axe. Marella do have Heineken 00, better than nothing. Yeah, fair enough. It's cruise life. I do need to ease myself off the alcohol. We might be able to even afford another cruise if we went without the drinks package. Oh, tell me about it. Honestly. Kathy. Hiya, Kath. Does anybody know that program, that comedy? Hiya, Catherine Wheel. If you know it, please mention below. You found the Spanish channel, hoping it'll help my fit. Oh, you got a 15-year-old GCSE revision? It will. And also, you notice on the Spanish channel that I put together, there are loads of grammar videos as well. They're only like 5-minute ones, so it's like bam, bam, bam. Terrible teacher thing, that, and it clicky fingers, terrible. Mustn't do that. I hope it's useful, Kathy. Hi, Kath. What else we got going on here? Lisa Oppenheimer. We've stayed at the Leonardo Grand Harbour in Southampton, close to everything. Yes, I love a bit of Leonardo since it was refurbed. Less dark now. Good pool. Nice jacuzzi. The bar area there was refurbed again more recently. I love it, love it, love it. And yes, you're right. The location is fabulous. Sarah, thank you for the language advice. I've subscribed to your Spanish channel. Plus, as you disembark on the 17th of Feb, we get on. Okay, Spain, Portugal, and Canaries. Oh, that will be a bit warmer than what we're heading for. Chrissy, Leo loves watching all your vlogs and your lives. Will I meet Leo in Basingstoke soon, Chrissy? Kevin Morgan, how very dare you? Kevin Morgan, it's true though, isn't it, eh? Yeah, cheeky Kevin Morgan. Poor Nick at home's probably like, Kevin, don't do that. Kevin, stop saying that. David Webb, one cheek, two cheek. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh too much now. Someone also came up to me and said that on a cruise. They went, one cheek, two cheek, rah, rah, rah. It's a little song I sing when I'm vlogging the toilet area of a cabin or in a hotel room. There's a story behind that, but I won't bore you with it. Oh, we've passed 200 likes. Thank you, my darlings. Love to you all. Diane, I'm going on Queen Vic 5-night cruise in December. Can't wait. Love your travel blog. Thank you. Loving the fact that some of you are heading off on Cunard, Queen Vic. Someone actually posted about Queen Vic this week to me and said that they had a sewage issue there, but I think that was a one-off. I hope so. I'm not trying to put you all off, by the way. I love Queen Vic. I can't wait to go back on Queen Vic. Ants Adventures, Horny Devil, love it. I mean, if you've got it. Kevin said he did a sarcastic comment, but used a rude word, and it got filtered. Wow, can you do it again and just put some I don't know, asterisks or something? Chrissy says yes, I will meet Leo. Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. Here comes Gaynor, England. Now Gaynor's a rude one. Every time Matthew's chuckling on the couch to himself when he's on his laptop, I always think it's probably Gaynor commenting or saying something rude, and it normally is. He loves her. It reminds me of Nighty Night. Yes! Oh my God, Gaynor, you know Nighty Night. Hello, hi, Kath. Oh my God, if you've not seen Nighty Night, folks, it's hilarious. And I don't think they get away with that kind of comedy now. I've got to be honest with you. And I've got to be careful what I say from Nighty Night as well. I cannot describe what it's about. Just trust me on it. It's so bizarrely fantastic and fabulous. It's part of my pop culture. Nighty Night. Gaynor knows what I'm talking about. Have you got a mic in our room, Jamie? What does that mean? Have I got a mic in our room? What does that mean? What's that? Oh, can I just say I've got a new camera that arrived today. It should be a bit brighter in here. It's not going to filter out all of my wrinkles and laughter lines and so on, but it should be a bit brighter and less pixelated. Is that even the right word? I don't know my IT stuff. I really don't. Nicola says, poor Mick or Mike. Poor Mick. Oh God, I feel like I've lost my mind. Poor Nick, trying to keep Kevin under, sorry, Nicola, some sort of control. I know, I feel for Nick. Poor Nick. Hashtag poor Nick. RJ is staying at a travel lodge Southampton. Need to spend all my money in Amsterdam. Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with the travel lodge in Southampton at all. We often stay in a travel lodge in Reading and the Ibis, not the budget Ibis though. One ship, two ship, there you go. Somebody knows the tune and where it's from. God bless you. I'm just putting up with my pop culture references. I love you. Had to buy the DVD, said Gaynor. Absolutely. Left SCD. You could hear what Nick was saying to me. Well, Kevin, I'm making a very intelligent guess here that Nick has to keep you under control, young man. Can I just say, folks, as well, it's nearly an hour already, and it's kind of your 5-10 minute countdown. If you've got any burning questions, now would be the time. Looking less fuzzy, says Joe. That is the idea. Matthew found this camera for me, got it on line yesterday, and then told me how much I owed him. But I think it's better. I do. And it apparently has a built-in mic. I don't know what the sound's like. Hopefully it's clear for you. So yeah, I'm very pleased with my new purchase. So thank you, Mafu. Simon Dawson, we're going on Christmas markets on MSC Euribia in early December. Fred Olsen, Borealis, Canaries over the Christmas period, and in March next year, World Europa in Barcelona. Ooh, go you. They all sound awesome. You've got 100% approval rating from me, that's for sure. Nicola, your skin looks super glowing with the lights and camera this evening. Ooh, God bless you. Are you flirting with me, Nicola? Nicola Dunford, are you flirting with me? Are you? Emma P. question, what's tonight's munchies of choice? Chili Doritos, my darling. Chili Doritos. I do love a bit of spice, don't I? David, sound and pick is good. Awesome. RJ looks so much clearer. Thanks, Mafu. And there you have it. Oh, one more. No, I'm too tired for flirting. Well, Nicola, you're coming across as a right old flirt. I've got to be honest with you, my love. Good for you, I say. Flirt away. I don't mind at all. Okay, so I think we're drying up now, like those dough balls I had. Can I just thank you all, as always, for your continued support. You are the best. And I'm now heading for 20,000 subscribers. I'd like to get there by the end of November. If you can help me, if you can recommend me. If you haven't subscribed yet, could you please do that? That would be fantastic. So thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Please, I'm going to type something here for you. Look, if you want to come on over to my Facebook page, it's my personal Facebook page. I don't have one of those vlogger pages. I've got far too many channels and things going on. I haven't got time for all that. I like seeing some of you over on my Facebook page, actually, because it's where I post most of my pics. I can be a bit rude there, in spite of some of my family watching. I can be rude. It's all good. Come over to Jamie W. Robbins. I'll let you in tonight before I go to beddy buys, okay? So look, I have a vlog out this Wednesday, another on Saturday. We've got our Monday Night Live in 2 weeks, of course, just ahead of my P&O cruise on Arcadia. It's had some dodge reviews, but I'll be the judge of that, my darlings, and I will obviously keep you in the loop with that. So thank you all, as always. Take care of yourselves. Happy Halloween. Don't get too horny, my darlings, and I'll see you all very soon. Good night for now. Thank you, as always. Mwah. And good night.